Not sure. I can't really. I'm not committing, but I'd still say that Team Bright have got a very nice draft.
They've got a nice draft going for them. The only thing I'm worried about, maybe kind of actually about Butterfly Effect. I would like to see him on a more active mobile hero. I feel like this DK might take a bit too long to get that tempo going in your favor. Of course, DK is a great pick. I'm not saying it's a bad hero. I'm not saying it doesn't have any place in this game. It's just I want to see Butterfly Effect play these impact heroes early on in the game. I don't feel DK is necessarily going to be that hero, but playing for the timings with the Faceless Void, you've got to get your timings right. You've got to hit that window of opportunity before this Alchemist runs you over. So you've got to land every creep you can get. You've got to get your items as soon as possible. And most importantly, shut down the power spike from LGD to give this Faceless Void a chance to win this game. That's a mouthful.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of things you said. just play well, lol. That's my professional
just
analysis.
Play well.
Yeah.
True. Well, the 10 seconds, we're not doing the throat sim this time, as it is the first game of the day. We don't want to scare all the new viewers out there. You're watching Team Bright versus LGD. And this is, of course, the upper bracket semi-final round. So if you win this one, you are marching into the upper bracket final and one game away from the grand finals. And one slot from China will go to ESL One Birmingham to compete for that juicy $1 million prize pool.
1 million? That's a lot of money. What would you do with 1 million? What would you do with 1 million? Trillion, billion dollars.
I would buy 1 TB Arcana.
One Ursa Alpine set.
Oh, the Alpine set. Man, that would be... I'd actually love Ursa. I'd actually love to play Ursa after that. I used to be okay with Ursa. I'm not gonna say I was
like,
a god
like
or
good
anything,
friends
because
or
no, because like my obviously my MMR isn't really equivalent to like saying like, oh, I'm a good hero or anything, or like, you know, if I say like Lizard says he's a good Meepo player, it'd be like, okay, he's actually been really good of a Meepo player. Well, he still is, but I've always enjoyed Ursa, like the aggression you can build with that hero. Of course, that he is in today's meta. It's just that I rarely get to see Ursa actually picked. It's mostly in the bans. Over and over again, I just see Ursa being banned. If the troll's banned, the Ursa goes out.
Yeah, it's like one of those heroes that's good in certain circumstances, and when those circumstances are met, he gets banned out, right? That's the problem. To see Ursa, he needs to be so good that he's first phased. More or less, like first, second phase maybe. You know, you don't just pick that hero for no reason at the moment. Like a Timber, just random picked first, right? It doesn't...
Yeah.
You have a good player for the hero, you pick him.
I would have maybe liked an Ursa this game. It probably doesn't look too great on either side. However, since the hero's not in the game, let's talk about the ones that are in this one. Faceless Void is off to a rough start. Hulu, just a couple CS picked up so far. You already tripled the CS to this Faceless Void, so kind of going to my expectations that this is not an easy lane for the Faceless Void.
Yeah, I think
maybe
that's... Yeah, maybe he'll recover, but it's not looking that great at the moment. Yeah. It's not looking good for our boy. They pulled as well, you know. There's a couple of things that went definitely wrong for him. And Pugna as a level 1 support is not that threatening. You don't really care as an offlaner. Then you're facing a level 1 Pugna. Pugna.
Oh, the good old Thompson Pugna. You remember?
Yeah.
That is such an old Finnish in-house meme. Way before it was picked in the TI finals. Hobson was asking for Pugna. It's such an old meme.
The Pagna?
Yes, the Pugna pick, yeah.
Mm.
It goes back like all the way to like 9 years or maybe even 10 years
I feel
ago.
like every country, every scene, more region has their own Dota memes, you know, which
More
is
or
also
less.
kind of fun. The specific names for certain heroes, you know, like we have a lot of those as well. I know Russians have literally a name for every hero.
Yeah.
Not
It's
like a.
quite
Of course, they
similar
have
to
a
us.
Russian name, but they also have like a meme name for every hero too.
Yeah. Well, most of the good stories do come from groups of friends. Through that, it spreads. I think pretty much every country has, well, at least the ones that have been producing pro players into the world have had their share of in-house leagues. Usually, most of the memes are created there and after.
And now that we're casting Chinese region, probably the freshest memes were coming from China for a really long time.
Yep.
They were on a different level, you know, different level of toxicity as well when it came to memes. Like, God forbid Chinese fans started disliking you. You'd suffer.
Yeah, you're not in a good place if that happens. So you got to find a fine balance of being a good player and a good personality. I'm not saying good as in like good evil, but like you need to find that sweet spot. 'Cause you're
Yeah, I
absolutely
mean,
right.
just-
If you get trashed, you're not gonna enjoy.
It's not that hard though. Just attend tournaments and don't get arrested and stuff like that before
Just play, lol.
getting someone. Yeah. Just
to do
play. I meant just get to tournaments. If your team has qualified, go there.
Well, basically no kills early on here, but we do have a 3-man rotation towards mid with the first DK form used. Trying to set up on Setsu here. TK coming around the trees. Doesn't connect with the root. They are going to chase Setsu away from this mid lane. He has to orb out. Down
he
he's
didn't
in the
go
low
uphill.
ground, actually. Red Panda might get him here. A couple right clicks and he's gone. He popped his illusory orb just a couple pixels too early. Ends up in the
Yep.
river and gets drowned by Red Panda.
Nice rotations by them, by the way. You have this Pugna with level 2 Nether Blast as well. This tower is a goner. That's it.
6 minutes. Strong pushing power.
The DK, honestly, like when you look back at it, this DK is a fantastic pick besides the Timber. You don't have these heroes that can rotate in and kill him off once he pops the dragon form. Even if you rotate the 2 supports, they're not gonna do a lot. Like a Bat and Avenge. DK is already 40 CS, like he's already too big for that rotation.
Yeah, and it's really nice that the supports are the ones making the move towards the DK instead of the DK having to move away from mid to help out their side lanes for these kills and for their objectives. It's such a smart play as well, just recognizing and understanding how do we get the most out of our heroes. Is actually going to the lane to help out, and this time going to mid, most specifically.
Yep. That's your DK, Panda. It was always like that, it always will be. My DK has form, I go to my DK. That's the every position.
I wish it
4
was
and 5.
always like that, though.
It
Because
should
usually
be.
it's just DK alone hitting his head, banging his head on the tower, and the rest of the team is making a play elsewhere. So we can see Irving and TK are bullying the Bat Rider here. PYW going to get chased by the Flood Grenade, but it also slows him down, so the neutral camp gets the squeeze in between, and the Golem seems to steal the kill away from Team Bright.
Oh, that's unfortunate, but they did manage to steal some stacks away from Alchemist, so you get some, you lose some, I guess.
Yeah, it's a bit of a, oh no. Anyway.
Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna cry in my pot of gold that I just got from these neutrals.
Same as the Alchemist, People's Greed. Working on his Radiance. This is power treads straight for Radiance Rush. currently hasn't been slowed down at all. Right, probably wondering, can we gank this Alchemist once before he hits his Radiance timing? At least they force his ulti out. Zero's Courier just gets sniped by Red Panda at the same time.
Yeah, you pop that ulti, you heal up a bit, you've got clarity anyway, right? Like you can move back to farming. I think he's doing a decent job so far in finding all the right stacks and stuff, yeah.
Doing great. Nobody's stopping him from playing the game right now. And that puts pressure on Bright, because they're pondering, can we gank him once? Because you want to get that one kill at least on Alchemist.
Yeah, I mean, what they're doing is also very fine. Like, if you're not killing the Alchemist and you're taking all the tier 1 towers, like, eventually the map is gonna shrink for this Alch and you'll get to him, so it's not that terrible. And your cores are also finding quite a lot of farm. Butterfly Effect is going for a blink, by the way, first, and I'm fine with this. The only problem that I can see is him falling off if they don't utilize it very well. Like, if we went for a Midas, I'd be like, yeah, okay, they're playing versus Alchemist, but it doesn't matter. They're gonna eventually outscale him anyway.
DK's being chased in the river. That's 3 versus 1. Still has Shadow Realm, but he's gonna get hit by the coil. Gonna buy some time. Has Fairy Fire and all, but he's gonna burn down to PYW's Firefly. Well, 3 heroes in top. DK's actually teleporting to the mid-tier 1 tower. Expecting a push is gonna take place, and that is correct. There's 4 heroes here. Quickly use the DK form. Push out the wave. Make sure LGD's not gonna get to that tower after getting a pick off. So they're also protecting their towers pretty well.
Yep, he's got that Empower to work with on DK. You can't really go on him. Power Treads and 2 Bracers. Not killing this guy. 200 gold away from the blink, and then you can actually initiate on Puck without using Chrono. So suddenly Setsu will feel in danger as well.
The Irving Orchid. So the Magnus getting Orchid soon as well is going to be very handy. Not too far away from it either, so just a couple more 100 gold. 1800 or so, so give it maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Red Panda
About that time.
Alchemist here. Can he steal some crepes? Nope.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Like this Alchemist is getting all the good creeps, by the way, in medium camps and in hard camps. He's getting trolls in the big camps. He's getting these mud farts in the medium camps. Like, he's living life, getting a lot of bonus gold from Grievous Greed.
Yep. Living the life, the lay of the land.
And when I'm playing Alchemist, all I get is goddamn bears and centaurs.
Well, I remember when I used to play Alchemist, I tried to polish my my farming rotation so that I'd be on point with what camp is spawning where and just fully PvE focused, and I'd get like these crazy item timings. But then I start to wonder, right, my team's been creating space for me to farm all these items. Like, I've given 24, 25 minutes, like maybe 23 minutes I'd be fully online to fight. And I'm looking at the scoreboard and it's like 0-18. Like, damn, boys.
Yeah.
You want me to now step up from my pedestal and help you guys out for feeding the enemy team?
Well, that's what you get for picking Alchemist, man. You should know. If you pick Alchemist, your team is gonna feed. It's like one of those unwritten rules of Dota. Anyways, DK popped Dragon Form, but with an Arcane Rune, and their smoke failed. But they can still do something with the next form. Like, he's gonna have it very soon.
It's like a 20-second downtime,
Yep.
even less. Actually, portaling and teleporting. We've got Butterfly Effect going top. But PYW just went bottom, so you gotta be careful in the spot lane. They might just take this tower. They're gonna smoke towards the Pugna. Actually, maybe smoke towards Face's Void even, because they're coming in pretty deep from the jungle here. PYW with Setsu. And Ulu is walking in their direction. Red Panda walks in between. The Void needs to get the hell out of there. And he will. So Red Panda actually foils that smoke gank and lets his Faceless Void get out of there. Really important move from this partner.
Yep. I still remember the times when people thought this was just feeding or dying to a gank, but just standing where he was standing is the correct move. Yeah, you die, but who cares? Your Void doesn't get killed off. Also, the Dragonite is purchasing a Midas after the blink, so I am happy to actually see this. Orchid is completed on Mag as well. They're super ready to fight. This might be a dead puck.
Maybe if they land at the stun, they don't get it though. Setsu's gonna be able to walk out. He's gonna walk back in. They got the Chrono landing onto New. They got the Timber Saw. Already down a half HP. Your hot dog sponsor ain't gonna save you today, New. That goes for Butterfly Effect. And with that Chrono and the DK form used, that is a pretty important kill for them.
Yeah, I would say it's maybe an even better kill than the one on the puck. Like Timber, yeah, puck dies, who cares? Still has Blink Dream Coil for the next fight, all he has to do to contribute. Meanwhile, Timber, he needs to continue farming, scaling.
Another play towards Setsu. They see the orb fly out, they know where he is. Do they walk into the Vengeful Spirit before he does actually see him? And there we go, the Blink Stun is there, the Orchid Silence from the Magnus, and there goes Setsu. No way out. And taken out of play. There is New. He has respawned, though. Heavy damage being inflicted.
He's
They
alone.
are forcing out Team Bright. LGD, can they retaliate? They're pretty slow to join the fight. Magnus is low on HP already. New charging in again. The Chakram is right on top of him. And Shiro is joining the fight from the backline, stunning the Dark Willow. The lasso onto the Magnus. RP goes through by some time, but they are losing members on Team Bright. That is Red Panda and Irving both going down as TK. He's retreating. So LGD, they do get to retaliate as they lose their puck first.
Yep. They retaliate. It's not like the huge retaliation, but they will take down the tier 1 tower as well mid, and they needed to do something, because at this point they're starting to bleed out way too many kills without responding. Also at this point you understand, yeah, they don't have Chronos here. We can probably take an objective or pressure something, so nicely done by them. They don't have a lasso, but they do have a blink on bat, and that's also kind of big. You have a way to initiate on the Void.
Well, at least the first 16 minutes have been played out, and as he said, they needed to make a move happen with this Alchemist. He's now got a fresh BKB, up to 9 seconds now. And of course, we have seen the Blink reveals, the Orchid reveals coming out from Team Bright. That Midas is already on the DK, so they're playing the long game. This, I'm gonna say, if LGD aren't able to choke out the map inside the next 10-15 minutes, I feel like we're in for a very long game. This could be a plus 40, 45-minute game easily.
Yeah, it feels that way. It feels like it's either gonna end 25 to 30-ish, or it's gonna go for tier 5 items. We'll see, because this Alchemist is... the game isn't bad for him because of the supporting heroes that he has around him.
Yep.
But at the same time, if he doesn't dominate early on, Void, Dragonite, like, objectively should take over. And that's how you can play. That's why the Midas after the blink. DK knows. Yeah, this blink was needed, but this game might go a bit further than expected. Yeah.
I'm looking at the Setsu puck right now. He's going for the Lincolns right after that previous gank. He's like, yep, I'm not gonna fall for that a second time. The DK stun and the Orchid silence. On a good chance.
He got the
maybe.
Witchblade, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And then Lincoln's top lane.
That's just a Red Panda being found in front of his tower. Another kill for LGD.
And the smoke. They have a blink BKB now.
I think this is the bigger one, yeah. They just got to pick off. And can they catch Team Bright off guard? The DK is right there. The silence does connect onto Setsu, but Shiro, the Alchemist in the front line. Irving does get the RP off, but they have no damage follow-up whatsoever. Buying some time off of the BKB charge, as Neo will take down Irving. He's going to get feared up.
Oh!
And Faceless Void is also out.
That was really close. Almost cancelled the stun with unstable.
Flying. Bonk.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well,
Nice move
no,
by
no
them.
chrono used, at least. That was a very split fight for Team Bright. But like you said, it was good for LGD. You had Shiro in the front line, you had the fresh BKB usage. They forced the RP defensively. They got no follow-up on that. It was just scramble and spread and TP out.
Radiant are
Yeah,
scanning.
you can still perhaps pop the form and go for a fight with Chronosphere, but even though they're playing into Alchemist, Radiant is in no rush. Like, it's actually an LGD to pressure this game and make moves very often, so... Yeah. You could smoke up, use the chrono, get a kill, you know, and then fall back to farming. That's something that definitely Team Bright could do. But yeah, they're in no hurry.
Rush in the world at all. I wonder what LGD is planning to do next. Like, obviously, we're going to see that right now with this Pugna pick off here. But it's like, do they prioritize bottom? Do they prioritize pushing top? There's that tier 1 tower that allows Team Bright to play close to the Roshan pit. Maybe they're considering Aegis, but they also want to make potentially a smoke. They just smoked twice. Do they have any smokes in stock? They just literally bought the last smokes for their supports. So that's all. There's also that. You can't have an infinite stock of smokes to just constantly hunt for your opponent and try to get kills. They don't have any deep wards either, so it's kind of like running it blind.
Well, that's why you buy smokes for, right? Like, you smoke up not only for the kills. In general, smoking up is more important for map vision and just setting down wards that won't be dewarded instantly. You smoke up, you go on their side of the map, you secure an area. Most likely, the area will be around the pit. What's the thing?
That's the thing. Like, they've smoked twice now, and they've got 0 wards on the field on the other radiant side of the map.
It's different pre 20 minutes.
Are scanning.
Like, pre 20 minutes, it's whatever, you know. You kind of know where everyone is because you have so many towers on the map, and anyway, like, your map control should be obvious.
Radiant are scanning.
More or less, not all. It's just a general rule. It doesn't have to apply in every game. A big smoke coming from Radiant, though. They are. Okay, are they? I think they're expecting Roche attempt from LGD because of the Alchemist Venge, but Tormentor instead has been taken.
Also tier 1 tower, Setsu right behind it. He will reveal himself in the lane, but now they also see Puck is not visible, so they know where LGD is. Do they know where Team Bright is? Red Panda once again in the front. Setsu is charging forward. Magnus is close to popping the smoke. There we go. They see the Magnus. Can't get to him. They see the Red Panda Pugna. He was considering going in, but he's not the target for the lasso. New. His smokes pop. Actually goes for the blind jump in to jump on 2. Does get stunned up. Lasso is used onto the DK. Setsu silencing in the front. Irving looking for the RP possibility here. But there we go. He's got it. Pushed onto 2. They've got the Bat Rider. They've got the Timber. The swap save coming in at the same time. Ulu gonna get his chrono off. He's actually just fighting with New with a classic jump in. And now he drops it down onto the Alchemist. He throws once. He misses. He's like, hell no. I'm out of here. New might actually snipe him with the Chakram. They got the stun from Butterfly Effect, holding the Timber at bay, and Setsu just keeping an eye open on his buddies. So that is a 2-for-1 trade with a lot of abilities traded, but Team Bright can't get a proper team fight going. It's just that one RP play and scrambling. But LGD, these fights, they're going their way still.
Do you think that because of the chrono used, I guess you can argue that it went LGD's way, but overall I don't think that went anyone's way, just ours, like watching all the symphony of...
It's a 2-for-1 trade, so I'll put it on LGD.
Let's call it unluck, symphony of unluck.
Unluck, yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of misplays, uncharacteristical for these two teams.
It looked like a bit of a panic chrono a bit.
He chronoed because if he doesn't chrono, there's a blink stun.
Oh my god! No!
Yeah.
Making mistakes is the path to wisdom.
Oh,
Okay.
that just happened. That just happened. So I was looking at their HP bars for a second, going onto the Tormentor, like, okay, they lost the support. But then Ulu dies as well because of the Bedlam from Dark Willow, and he can't run out, and he dies as well. And now LGD takes Roche. Oh my god. Symphony of Unluck. You said
Yeah.
it, Blizzard.
Is under attack.
No, that was Symphony
Oh.
of Fails. That was I was being nice in the previous
two.
team fight. That's Symphony of Fails for sure. We need this is gonna go on some highlight reel.
Yeah.
That's a highlight reel
That
right
was
there.
something. It's not that you're losing your supports to Tormentor, that's classic, but losing the guy who's hitting it as well because of a support ability cast on top of you, you can't run out, and you also die. It's comedic. So, round 2, huh? They got Irving this time, but they're also going for the lasso play onto the DK, found all by himself. That's a prime pick-off for LGD, and suddenly, it's a 15k lead.
Yeah, this is your blink AC timer, an alchemist with an Aegis. So
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
with this
Forced to
Aegis,
be
he's gonna get like a full item. He's gonna get like an abyssal before the high ground push, most likely.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Real force to be reckoned with. Technically, 10,000 out of that 15k lead is just on the Alchemist.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, he played well. You know, wasn't completely shut down in the lane. Found his farm, joined the fights early enough.
Radiant's middle
Wasn't
tower
shut
is
down
under
at all.
attack.
The
Yeah.
402 Alchemist who was playing the game of his life.
Yep.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And his team is not 0-18 either.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Which is a big difference maker. They're going high ground. You have to be careful about the skewer backs, I guess, but besides that, you're completely fine with pushing this. There's a swap, always available.
Yep. Keep an eye open on that. There we go. Saving the Bat Rider. Level 2 swap with a 500 damage shield. They're moving out. Already done their damage. Almost 1,000 damage. Over 1,000 damage, actually, over on that tier 3 tower. And just backing away.
Yeah, I'm looking at Tulu and this Mask of Madness BKB Maelstrom. I feel like, yeah, he needs all of these items, but Skadi afterwards, aren't you gonna be... I mean, you have Dragonite as well to help out, you have Empower, so I guess it's fine. But in general, in games, I'd feel like I do nothing in the Chronospheres with these 4 items, you know? Like, I am 15, 16k net worth and I'm dealing no damage.
Feels bad, man.
One big deal as well is Why You Smile and his Solar Crest. It's not even only about the swaps anymore. This hero is reducing your damage with Wave of Terror, reducing your damage with Solar Crest on her ally, then the swap to add
Radiant's
bonus
bottom
save
tower is under
and
attack.
bonus armor,
Dire's
bonus
top
shield that
tower
is.
under attack.
Hard to kill anyone if you're purely physical, which is what Team Bright are.
Radiant's bottom tower
A pretty
has fallen.
one-sided source of damage.
Dire's middle tower
Now
is under
LGD
attack.
taking another lane inside the right space. In the bottom lane, and now they're doing much more damage to it. No chill whatsoever. Pugna, oh, he's not having a fun time here, Red Panda. Down to 400 HP, has to back all the way to the fountain while they're working towards this melee racks. And look at the attack speed on this Alchemist. Just hacking away. Oh, Irving can't get the skewer play either. Perfect counterplay from Setsu. Instant coil. And then they just hold him on the spot.
Yeah,
Really well played.
He's got his BKB queued up on the magnets for these sort of situations, but he's not there yet. Blink Orchid can't expect more from him in a losing game in which they only have 4 kills at this point. Bloodthorn completed on Alchemist as well, so he hurts.
Hurts.
I guess the bright side for Team Bright, no pun intended, is that they might get Elder Dragon form soon. Yeah, he's got Aghanim, and Aegis is running out.
Yeah, and he needs 30 seconds for it too. Red Panda's just dead. It's getting blown up, but the Chrono with the backline right onto the puck. Can they get this Setsu puck? They've got the Venge inside it as well. Yes, they can. That's Setsu down. Lasso used. Ulu BKB for 2 more seconds, able to jump around. Shiro doesn't have his Aegis anymore. Has expired. Irving still has an RP. Gonna force LGD back, but at what cost? Ricky would say. Lost the bottom lane. They almost lost their mid tier 3. Before that, also took damage on their top tier 3.
Yeah, that's wise. Sort of mispositioning. Usually you don't want to be hugging any of your cores if you're playing Venge. He was caught being too close to puck. Chrono was very nice, well executed. Stops the push.
The jump at least onto the timber. Silence is there as well, but this guy's not taking any damage. Tanky as hell, and they finally burned through with the drain from the Pugna. Goes for the swap save still, and the Alchemist, the RP's
Nice
there as
RP.
well. But where's the damage? I mean, you've got your RPs and all, but they weren't killing this Timber Saw in the first place. Now they're going to lose their DK as well. TK coming in to help out. Red Panda on the side, just watching as his comrade falls. Goes for the Shadow Realm, teleport away. Shiro, yeah, that's a DD Alchemist as well, out of all things. The Yules is there. Pugna going to get stuck on the spot. Shiro will hack him down. And that is 2 heroes gone from Team Bright, and the push is ready to go into Bright space.
Yeah, you don't have Chrono now for 50 seconds. You don't have RP. You have no big spells. This could be like even Megas at this point. They need to figure out a way to stop the push. Maybe spam them. Maybe some skewer back into the fountain. But
maybe you'll just let them have the racks and play against Megas. I mean, that was a bit desperate.
Yeah.
They are going to try something with the smoke though, but I'm a bit peculiar about this play.
there's no BKB on Alchemist, but you just don't have the damage. It's as simple as that.
Don't have the heroes up, and not the damage. Like, they couldn't kill this Timber.
I really think this is Void. I'm not blaming him for the item build at all. I'm blaming him only for the Tormentor death. But I think Mjolnir here perhaps a bit earlier would have been better. You have Empower, you got the damage. With the BKB you're already kinda tanky enough. What more can you wish for?
You know what, brother? I'm still going back to this DK pick. I still think this was an error. Because of... They just didn't do anything to this Alchemist. They did nothing to this Timber Saw. They did nothing really to this puck either. Just farmed. That's the lineup that is happy with their opponents just farming, because they just eventually choked them out, and you're basically hearing this end result right now. I still think... or then, I'd like the DK pick if they did something with it.
Yeah, that's the problem, T-Panda. It's hard to look at Dota that way, you know? It's like... you can't just blame it on a single...
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I mean, some heroes you can. DK, probably not the one. I think it's a little bit...
But if you put it this way, if you
Mhm.
had a tempo controller, if you had somebody to set the tempo to gank with, I mean, they ganked to the DK's lane early on to shut down, or at least not shut down, but slow down the puck and enable the DK. They go for the Blink Dagger. They made 0 plays with the Blink Dagger. 1, actually, onto the puck again, and then he queued the Lincolns. But then nothing. Void can't really join in. Magnus builds Orchid, but they're not using that Orchid after that one singular gank. They're just farming. They have these items that prevent LGD from making an aggressive move, but LGD weren't interested in making aggressive moves. Just played into their book.
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint it on. It's not hard to pinpoint it. Honestly, it's not DK's fault. This game, like, it's far from that. If the bottom fight around the tier, around where they are right now, if it went well, like, the game would have been in a completely different place. But it didn't, unfortunately for them. Could they have made more plays? Certainly. DK had an okay game. Like, I don't think his item build or his playstyle was poor. It's just that they couldn't find all the right openings that they needed to. And they died to Tormentor. They gave a free rush. Like, a lot of misplays happened here.
Yeah, I think we're both right here. Because I agree with your point. Like, I totally agree. This DK, he's had a good game. He's done the right things, but I feel like the hero pick is just not enabling right enough.
Okay, let me go harder than into you. What would you pick?
Bring it to me.
Tell me, what would you pick here that does the job done? Like, the hero counters his lane, the hero brings you catch, and the hero gives you tempo control, because that's what DK is. He's literally the biggest tempo controller, pushes constantly. Like, what fits your criteria then? You know what I mean? Like, you're wanting way too much from your mid laner here. Because he's providing you everything, you know, besides one fact, which we talked about during the draft,
yeah.
That's that Timber can be strong against him. Besides that, everything else is fine.
Yeah. I do agree with your points. I never disagreed.
Yeah. I'm just
bringing a perspective.
Yeah.
The instant RP. Maybe this one works out to burn the Aegis out of the way, but this is so slow. Maybe they can get this killed. Yes, they can. And Point jumps in as well, looking for the quick opener there. They have the Yules, and they will focus on the Bat Rider. The swap comes out from the Vengeful Spirit. Now he's being pummeled as well. Can they get this kill, though? No, they can't. The lasso comes out. Ulum in trouble. Butterfly effect is about to melt as well. And there goes your Void. There goes your DK. And I feel like there goes your game as well, as Irving's just pushing LGD around inside their base with everyone surviving. And that is game indeed.
I know a certain carry player analyst, you know, if he was here right now, if he was talking about this game, he'd definitely flame this Void a lot harder than I am, but this last fight as well.